Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio.
Well, nothing's perfect. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Dice, DJ, are you out there? Honeybee, anybody hear me now? Let me see. Can you hear me now? Yes, you can finally hear me. All right. Jesus, man, electronics. I don't know. Right before a show, power goes out, and I have to reconnect everything. And I'm something and stuff like, what the F is going on? And you're right, Honeybee. I was definitely going off. Okay? And don't be laughing at me, goddammit. Okay? Shit happens. This is Vaughn's fault for calling out 10 minutes before we go live on air. Again, let me start the fuck over. What a weekend of wrestling, y'all. Monday morning Raw? The future is now, or has it always been here? Did you see this coming? Because the visionary, the revolutionary, the whole Seth freaking Rollins ain't see this coming. But did you? Was the writings on the wall? That's an album by Destiny Child. Okay, that's too much above your heads. Then, the Brothers Uso. What is this all about? Sure, Dice. Is this all about the Usos? It's about Roman quitting again. They breaking up again. Jimmy's going to help them get it back together again. But hell, who cares, man? It's the Bloodline, Holmes. Just keep it going, S.A. Okay, and then we're going to talk about whether you want to make fun of me, not make fun of me. I don't care. Jonathan, Horatio, Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, 17, never seen, Tupac Shakur, Pipe Bomb 2.0, Cena is the greatest wrestler of all time in the WWE umbrella. I don't care if he's your favorite. I don't care. People say Goldberg's the greatest. People say Macho Man's the greatest. People say Undertaker's the greatest. That's fine. Let them be your greats. But who is the greatest of WWE? John Cena. We're going to talk about that, y'all. No, don't hell no me. It's the facts. We're going to talk about it. But first, oh yes. But first, we're definitely going to talk about, and thank you guys. You can finally hear me. Thank you, Honeybee. You can finally hear me. That's great. It just took 18 years for it to happen. So I definitely appreciate you guys letting me know you were unable to hear me and was having the difficulties in which you were having. So I definitely appreciate you guys' help in that for sure. So thank you for being the wrestling fans I love and always being there for me. So I appreciate that. I was saying I didn't see it coming. Oh, hell no. Okay. Dice, do you need me? I mean, I'm good. If you know, I didn't know, like I said, I couldn't hear stuff backstage. So I definitely appreciate you guys being here for sure, as always. And yeah, that's it's nothing more embarrassing when you're going off. Okay. And you can't hear yourself. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling in the world. But I digress. I'm here now. I thank you for your time. Let's go ahead and talk about this Monday morning Raw is what I want to refer to it as, because it just was a lot of shit that took place this Monday. And most importantly, oh, people. Yes, people. The vision is clear. Okay. It is very clear that this was not for you, Seth Rollins. So here's the thing for me, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I saw this shit coming. Now, we all knew it was going to happen eventually, right? That's wrestling. It had to happen eventually. This soon? I can't say I saw it coming this fast. I'm going to tell you when I saw it happening. I saw it happening when Raw started off the program. And Seth Rollins, look at his face. Look at my face. Look at Dogface Gremlin Jr.'s face. Okay? Seth, this entire promo is, I did this by myself. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I did this on my own. I beat Roman and CM Punk on my own. I needed no help from nobody. It was in that moment I said, uh-oh. Wait a minute. What do you mean? It was right there. I knew he was going to turn. Didn't know how. Damn sure didn't expect it today. Let me say that too. But it was something about the promo. Now, if you watch wrestling as long as I've watched wrestling, there's little caveats, little Easter eggs, if you will, that they lay the foundation for you to see. So happening as fast? No, not at all. But I was like, man, he's talking a lot of shit to be needing these guys, no matter how much he tried to pump up their chest afterwards. He needed them. They without them, Seth Rollins wouldn't be world champion. Without Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins wouldn't be world champion. Yes, Seth Rollins won Crown Jewel. That beautiful belt he can't take nowhere but back to the stadium that he got it from, because he can't leave the stadium because it costs so much money. Has to go back to Saudi Arabia. Okay? That belt. Okay? But it was in this moment you just knew. You knew that he was going to lose. They were going to turn on him. And I got to say this much. I cannot lie. It was effing beautiful. What a ending to Monday. That's too fast. Go back. What an ending to Monday Night Raw. First and foremost, let me just say that right here and there. Best finish on Raw in a while. Edmund chimes in. Listen, Edmund, it was so damn good that I'm at work. I work from home. My kids are watching in the living room. When the credits come up and these, they're standing in victory, I X'd out and went to fucking first take. All of a sudden, as always, I can always count on Christian, y'all. I can always count on Christian giving me some kind of, oh my God moment. And I'm like, what the hell? Christian goes, oh! And I run in the living room. I'm like, wow. What a finish to Raw for sure. Bron for world champion next. Listen, Vernon, I'm not gonna say that with you. I not this soon. So basically, we have got portrayed for. Hold on. So he basically got portrayed for what he said. That's what I'm. Listen, you are telling me repeatedly, right? And DJ, I don't know about this one. I don't read that far into the dirt sheets to know this if that's true or not. They did say something about his shoulder on Saturday. Right? But I still don't necessarily. Seth gets hurt and then don't be hurt, right? Or can get out of it, right? So let's let that breadcrumbs continue to lay. Or that'll be the truth, right? That'll be straight to Yellow Brick Road, right? To what's actually happening. But even if could that be the reason for the heel turn? Sure. But I do think, Vernon, it's what he said in this promo. You've been, as I look up in my kitchen here, and that word they use is glazed, right? They always say glazing him. He been glazing them for a while, right? Oh, you're the dog, you're the future. Woo, woo, woo. Hold it, do that thing. Do it with your neck. You know what I'm saying? He beat my ass so bad. I said, hey, come fuck with me. Come be part of my team. Talking about the Ozilla, your tribal thief, right? What? And then you come out here and basically, at least from my perspective, guys, right? Because wrestling's all about perception and how your reality in it. And you sit here and you tell me you did everything you did without me. And then the brilliance in this whole thing is still Paul. Paul Heyman is what Seth Rollins said today was true, though. He is unofficially, unequivocally, undisputedly the GOAT of being a manager. I'm sorry, Bobby the Brain. I'm sorry. I probably will still say I like Bobby Heenan better as a manager, but that's just what I like, But Paul Heyman, he says, you're going to make a decision. He tells them both. After he makes the move, what you going to do, man? You remember how you whooped his ass? Now, I thought it was weird in the fucking first place, them joining forces. So the vision was never clear to me. And trust me, I can see. All right. Then he goes to Paul. Pretty much threatening him. Like, if you say no, I'll beat your ass right here, right now. And Paul fashion, Heyman fashion, he sees the writing on the wall, goes, it's two of these big motherfuckers and him, and he might be hurt according to DJ's sources. DJ, I love those sources, by the way. You know I'm not making fun of him. And then all of a sudden, boom, this happens. I thought it was fucking brilliant. I cannot say it enough. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Why did the vision turn on Seth? Hey, like I just said, that's my reason for that. She said Seth is hurt. What we got? That's what we got here. Credit though, us off mic. Credit threw us off mic. Yeah, credit Stephanie threw everybody off for sure. Definitely thought that for sure. I think Punk is going to win the title, or Seth is no choice but to vacate it. So I guess that's what's happening lately. That's the dirt sheets. That's what's out there. He's hurt, and he's gonna. I thought Punk would get it back, but I also like the fact that Seth kept saying to him repeatedly, as long as I'm champion, you'll never be champion. But if he's hurt, then shit, he's champion, right? See how that goes. Triple H used the production special moves, running the credits, making you think that the show was over. I fell for it too. Here's the thing, right? Wrestling, I said it last week, man. Y'all ever watched Talladega Nights? Wrestling is the magic man. Now you see me, now you don't, right? Because just a week ago, everybody hated Paul the Vasquez, Triple H. Like, it just hated him. And now was, oh my God, what a swerve. And I'm not saying y'all particularly, but people, you know, I've even said I've questioned the booking, but I've also come off of that and said, hey, he's doing with the best he got in the chef. Here you go. You're the chef. You're in the kitchen. I'm the owner. This is all you got to work with. Oh, they're gone. Oh, you're going to move them. Oh, I don't like them. I want to put Travis Scott in charge right now for no fucking reason. Let's go ahead and turn John Cena heel for, no fucking reason. Oh, let's have The Rock come back, for no fucking reason. Oh, let's have a thing called Wrestle fucking Shalooza for no reason, just to hype out the Johnny come lately. Oh, I want to be on TV, fans. No offense against the three people they continuously show on WWE television every week from streamers, right? And watch along people. No offense whatsoever. The one guy, the white guy with the beard, I've listened to him a few times. No offense. I swear to God, this is no hate on them at all. But WWE, you're trying to show that the world is doing these things. There's a million streamers out here that you can randomly go on the internet and pluck their videos and know that they're clean and clear to go towards your narrative, which is always, hey, I'm Glinda, the good witch. There's no such thing as the crippler crossface. Oh, there's no such thing as cut off me PP. You can't erase. This isn't, what the fuck? This isn't Men in Black. You can't erase my memory, right? So millions of streamers doing these things. It just makes it seem more authentic. And the more y'all get away from things like that, when I thought y'all were going that way, I still push away. No matter how great this Monday was, no matter how great I thought Saturday morning was, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But what you got here? There's a pic of him already in a sling out for a month. Well, again, I think he was still hurt from Crown Jewel, right, with the shoulder. But even then, I don't think a month? That's not a long time that says all of a sudden scrap an entire storyline that was already pre-planned. It was already pre-planned. A month? If these statistics are correct. This is wrestling. A month means one match that he can skip. He shows up for promos. That's what they do when they're hurt. So it better be longer than a month to scrap that, unless, again, it was already planned that they were going to do this. And the injury just had him maybe fast-tracked it 2 weeks, maybe. We'll never know. Like how many looks it take to get a Cinnamon Tootsie Roll Pop. Pete said that WWE was going to change creative soon. Well, I don't know. I do not know. I love what we saw. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Monday Night Raw overall, hold on, I even have a picture, y'all, because I have to do something here. For all you Latinos out there, all you People who get mad at me for saying that I think Stephanie Valkyrie is too fast, too soon. I still think that, by the way. Okay. However, I'm going to eat some crow today because I did finally think on Monday Night Raw, she did a tremendous job at talking. My daughter made me feel bad while I'm eating this crow. That's why it's on the screen. I'm eating crow right now, y'all. It's got nasty stuff in my mouth. But my daughter said to me, she said, how can you say it's okay for Asuka and them to speak like that, but Stephanie Valkyrie can? I said, it's not even that. I don't think she does that much speaking. And up until this point, I didn't see it. She cut 90% of her promo tonight on Raw, this morning on Raw, in English. And I was impressed by that. And I said, wow, that's all I want to see. Okay, I don't care how perfectly English. I don't expect to see her create a great promo. She can't. She's new to the language. But like I think with any artist that comes to North American soil to perform, you should integrate learning English if you're going to work in America. And today I thought you did a brilliant job. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and eat crow for my man Willie. The Cleveland show. I admit it. Damn it. I was wrong. It's time to eat some crow. Okay, so I just wanted that part to be known. But shout out to one Mikey Santana, who I feel completely earned this title. I saw the post and I want to share. I think I shared it, but it was like they named like Stang and all the Christian Cage, Kurt Angle, and those guys. That won this title, and then into the Impact people who won that title. And I just thought that was important that we pointed out in TNA, because there was a lot of wrestling over the weekend. It was a Judgment Day turning on Edge. It was Judgment Day turning on Edge. What was that? The last time we saw a turn like that? Okay. It was shocking on Raw. I think I got more shocks than that since Raw, but that was a good moment for sure, by the way. But Mikey Santana, I thought, really earned this title with what they've been doing with TNA and NXT. Shout out also to the Dudleys, their retirement match, right? I thought that their match, I don't expect them to have this super duper, match for, with them and the Hardy Boys. But I saw another post that said, when all these wrestlers that we've watched for 25 years are completely all gone, wrestling is going to be very sad, because they're not building superstars to me the way they did before. The love that the Hardys, the love that the Dudleys get, the love that Edge and Christian gets, it's phenomenal to me. And I think it's brilliant, and I just love them for it. But guys, I want to go here real fast before I take a break, and I want to go to Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT Cena, right after this break, y'all, because y'all gonna get this man his props, because he freaking deserves it. Michaela, are you ready? All right, Michaela Wonders, take it away, girl. We be right back, y'all, on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Girl, Welcome to Wondering About WWE. I'm Michaela. We are both wondering about WWE Crown Jewel and Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw was at 8 a.m. Where do I go? Crown Jewel was better than I expected. Genuinely, I didn't have high hopes for Crown Jewel. I knew John Cena and AJ Styles match was going to be good, but other than that, I didn't really care about any other match except for the Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes one. I didn't care about the Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and the Kabuki Warriors. I didn't care about the females Crown Jewel match. I didn't care about Roman's match. But the storyline that was told in each and every match alone. Clap it up, WWE. You need to do that for every pay-per-view. For making us wake up at 8 a.m., you gave us what we needed. I just hit my nail. I don't know if you saw the split second, I was in pain. But Crown Jewel, as I said, was surprisingly good. I know my dad's going to talk about it a lot, so I'm not going to get into it, but John Cena and AJ Styles match. I just need a round of applause. Everybody clap your hands. I just need a quick round of applause for that match. It was perfect, genuinely. The Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes match, Seth Rollins had to win that, and I'm glad he did. The Stephanie Vakir and Tiffany Stratton match, I didn't really care. I'm just glad Tiffany Stratton lost, but I don't like how fast Stephanie's getting everything. It's just Tiffany Stratton lost, so it's okay. Io Sky, Kabuki Warriors. I know they weren't going to, but I think the Kabuki Warriors should have won. Obviously, they weren't going to, but they should have. In my opinion, I'm actually shocked Roman lost. But with the way it happened, it wasn't really that shocking. Everything was a good match, in my opinion. Those are just the 3 that I really cared about, you know? Only 4, I said. I think there was all the matches, actually. I think there were only 4. Unless I'm missing one that I just didn't care about. Either way. Then we have Raw. Raw was good this morning. I think it was a good Raw after pay-per-view. What happened with Seth, I knew it was gonna happen, just not this soon. I thought he was gonna get a bigger reign, and then it ends up like a Jey Uso thing where he's like picking on them, and then Big Bronson also turned, and then Paul just sided with them because Paul's a coward. What's happening with Seth next? Are they gonna try to gang up on him and then he has people come out of nowhere to help him? People randomly. Dean Ambrose? I'm joking. Don't clip that. I know it's not gonna be Dean Ambrose, and if it is, clip this. But I know it's not going to be. I know Kari's gonna betray Asuka eventually, but I don't want her to, because I love the Kabuki Warriors, and them breaking up will be so bad. I need Kari to turn to the dark side better, and I love this Asuka. I need her to have a winning streak like OG Asuka, the best Asuka. But as you guys know, I can't really talk about her like this, so let's go back over to the real Tribal Chief.
All right, I'm back. Michaela Wonders, as always, thank you for doing your thing, for holding us down. I appreciate it. You are out of your mind if you think that people need to understand, stop being like me, okay? She does get too much too fast. She's the only woman wrestler, or the only wrestler ever to have 4 championships in 1 year. They want to break records, let them. I'm over it. And you guys were saying, "Oh, I was muted again." I didn't even realize. I thought our show was still playing. I ain't gonna lie. So I saw your comments. I did put your comments up. Yeah. So like him turning face, I don't know. I said this morning, would that be the reason for this? Have we had a face heel turn for him? He hasn't been face for 90% of his career. Right. So I don't know what that does for Seth to be face. I can't even remember face Seth Rollins. Right. And the antics that's always got him where he's at, including what had him win Crown Jewel, makes me believe that how does he do that so well? I get it. Wrestling can make you, now you see me, now you don't, whatever you want to do, as they did today. But I can't see face Seth Rollins. That's just me. For that one. He said, that's what I thought Seth was going to have a reign where he turned on him when he lost. Yeah, that was something I thought was going to happen as well. Oh, my mic was off. Can't hear me. Wow, thanks. Okay. You hear me now, right? Okay. So it's wrestling, right? I think you should laugh at dumb takes, right? Like, I hate to say where there's no such thing as a dumb question. That's not. If you know the answer to the question, it's a dumb question. Now, if you legitimately don't know 1 + 1 is 2, you legitimately don't know that. Legitimately do not know that. It's not a dumb question. But if you're 30 years old, you say, yo, bro, you know, what's 5 times 5? I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just not going to answer that question because you don't know the fucking answer. I say that to say, me saying John Cena is the WWE GOAT is not too far stretched in any way. I don't see how it's stretched anyway. Again, I don't think it's about what a person likes all the time, right? I think what you like is what you like. What you don't like is what you don't like. But I think we should always understand what makes a company. When you've been a fan of WWE for 25 years, 35 years, 45 years, 15 years, you should have some kind of understanding of their blueprint and how they run wrestling. There's no way that this man is not their GOAT. Point blank. There's just no way. I have never seen a crowd ever have 80%, and I'm being nice when I say this, of a person's wardrobe. And if I did not know how cheap they are, meaning the WWE, and not give you anything, they didn't give those shirts away, which means they bought them. Now, I know you're going to have your Cena haters to say, you know, and again, that's my man Sandman who mentioned, you know, that crowd that overseas, you're right. Overseas crowds will make you think of anything. An overseas crowd will, I mean, it could be energetic, it could be annoying, it could be fun, but it could be awesome and fun at the same time. There's no way this was any of that. This is flat out Cold Beans habit. John Cena is their GOAT of the WWE. Now, I get people want to, you can make it how you want. You can disagree with me all you want to, and I don't say this often. I'm going to say it right now. You are dead fucking wrong. It's not Stone Cold. It's not The Undertaker for damn sure. It is John Cena. It's without question, it's John Cena. I also realized, and I know some of you guys have never had any women in your life. So you're like, man, you can't tell me nothing. I know I'm right. Well, you know what? It's like when you first finally get a chance. That's what they overseas, right? When they're overseas, they don't get it often, right? Some of you guys never get laid. When you do, you're like, I finally got some, right? But that's overseas. They never get it. So when they get it,
there's only one other titty, quite this pretty.
17 years, 3 months, and 5 days. Whew, that's a long time to wait for some tit.
And that's how many wait. So when they came over there, they're going to bust them nuts all over the screen to get what they want. Okay? And John Cena, I've never seen that. I don't care how much they're singing in the crowd. It's without question wins behind Taker second to that night. Merchandise says if we go pull the stats, which I am not that equipped to do, but I know some of you are, I guarantee you he's the top GOAT getter, if not number 2 of all time in that company. Only one I would think even rivals him, with all due respect, is Stone Cold Steve Austin. The difference is, like, I hate when I have to have this conversation about Beyonce or Michael Jackson. Who's bigger? We're in a different world. In 1982, when they go see Tron, it was on probably like 150 theaters. This week, when they go see Tron, which, by the way, isn't a good movie. Okay, great special effects, but isn't a good movie. Was on 350,000 screens around the world. There's a difference, right? So understand that level also. This man came into the ring and on his own, however you want to call it, the storyline dictates it, whatever, I don't care, gives Alicia Taylor to how you want to introduce AJ Styles. Class act right there. Class act right there. And then he proceeds to get in this ring. And I promise you, my kids are not here right now. Literally before he said it, Michael Cole, I said, yo, this is amazing. He is showing tribute to every wrestler he ever wrestled. And then boom, it gets picked up by AJ as well. What else can you give this match? What we got. It is arguably to say this was match of the year. It's arguably you could say that. If nothing for no other, and again, I know it's not your how would you wish you call it? It's not your AEW type of match, hole for hole, spot fest, if you will, right? It had no build to it. People, what? Because they don't have to do that sometimes. Somebody said, well, where's the storyline here? I said, oh, in a post, I saw somebody said, they've been rivals for 10 years. What do you mean? What's the storyline? At any given moment, it's on site. Okay? It's on site. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? It's on site. So there has to be no storyline. Storytelling. When you say, well, Mike, you say, well, wrestling is storyline. They've been telling the story for 10 years. Beat up John Cena. John Cena proved it. He's the leader, the undisputed king of TNA, the leader of the Bullet Club. All the things, like this match had everything it needed to have. Not only was Crown Jewel good in itself from the women's match, from both the Crown Jewel matches. Roman and them, talking about that in a second here at the end of the show. But John Cena to me solidified why he's the GOAT of all time. I don't even think it's close. I don't think there's anything to talk. What's going on, Matt? What's going up? Going on, DC? I don't even think it's close that Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill 2 Boxer Core, Pipe Bomb 2.0, Never Seen 17, John Cena is the GOAT of the WWE. Argue with somebody else because it's undebatable. Okay, it's as undebatable to me in my mind as someone trying to tell me that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. I know you think it, but it will never be in my mind. And you're going to always be wrong in your mind because it's not about how many rings Jordan has. Ain't about how LeBron's more athletic and can do more in the court than just score. It's about people wanting to be like you. People are fearing you. Things of that nature. It's taking the sport to another level. That's what Cena had. Cena did it better than anybody. When there's an era of wrestling that wasn't even being booming yet, he was still there despite the boos. The Make-A-Wishes alone. It's enough said about this man. Give this man his flowers while he's here. I am ready to take my ass to DC and anywhere I can because he has 4 more dates, y'all. That's all he has. There's 4 more dates. And I really wish him a love to be a part of those 4 dates because I said this also when he did the Walls of Jericho. I said, they don't say people's names often. Triple H killed every myth of an Edge return. When the crowd was saying, we want Edge, he said, well, keep wanting them. Right? He's under contract. I haven't heard anything about Chris Jericho. And all of a sudden, he puts him in the Walls of Jericho. And he didn't say that. They went far in that. They named him. And I was like, oh, could that be the next? Could Jericho be that? One of these next 4 guys since he's taking out legends? Would you like to see that? Comment below. Let me know on that one as well. But I do want to say this, right? About our tribal chief and his cousins. Because it's like, you're in, you're out. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm finished. What is going on with the brothers Usos? Jey Uso really is becoming more Roman. Roman said last week, hey, when he won that title, he became more me than he ever be like you. You know why? Because when you become a champion, you want to become a champion again, and you want to taste that blood. Now he's out the picture seeing Punk won. He's blaming his brother again. Like, what is going on with the brothers Usos is the bigger. Because this to me should have been about Jimmy. And Jimmy, yet again, is to me, I hope I'm wrong. And I pray that I'm wrong because the Bloodline, I said it before, is the greatest storyline in wrestling history. It's another chapter. That book was closed. It's a whole new book, in fact. Okay, a whole new ball game. Roman's in and out. Jay's trying to propel to the next level. Then there's Jimmy. What do they do with this, man? What's going on, Smitty? Can't Buy Me Love, one of my favorite scenes. Listen, my guy, I was thinking, because somebody said something about they overseas, they just be getting crazy. Like, they don't get it often. You know what I mean? Somebody for the first time got some tit for the first time in 17 years. I love that film, and it came to mind when I heard that there. John Cena is the GOAT of all wrestling. Damn, Jeffrey. You know what? I'm not going to argue with you on that at all. Because I kind of believe that too. As a kid, I cheered for Hulk Hogan mercifully. I truly did. Then I saw the mega powers explode. At that point, I was already becoming a Macho Man big fan and a huge Macho Man fan, but that tipped that I became Macho Man over him. Then the Ultimate Warrior came along. Then Shawn Michaels came along for me. And then I hadn't really loved the wrestler. Like, much as I love Kurt Angle or like Kurt Angle and those other guys, Eddie Guerrero's in my top. But love the wrestler after Shawn Michaels may have been and is John Cena. I'm naming the ones that I love throughout my whole life more than anybody. Bret Hart's on that list with Shawn Michaels. They're right there. But that's how I've gone in my life. And I'm sitting there and I said, man, as a grown-ass man, should I be liking John Cena? I'm like, I'm a rocker like what I want to like shit. If I want to watch the grassy, I can watch the grassy. That's for my boy DJ. I'm watching One Tree Hill. Whatever. I be watching Love and Hip Hop. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. Okay? Shit's guilty pleasures. John Cena's the GOAT, man, of all wrestling. I'm here for that, man. I'm here for that, Jeffrey. But what's bigger is what's here for the tribal chief. What's next for the tribal chief? John Cena versus Chris Jericho, her first time pay-per-view match in Vengeance 2002. Even though Taker got me into wrestling as a kid, it's John Cena. I don't think it's close. I don't need the bloodline to explode anymore. It's over. Do something with Jimmy. And I'm willing to give it its course and let it run its course because they've earned it. The bloodline, again, it was the greatest storyline, in my opinion, of wrestling history. Let them see what they can do with this other chapter with Roman, because the bloodline made Roman a mega superstar that he had never would have gotten to with fans, without fans. No matter how many times they tried to get you guys to like him, wasn't happening. Pandemic happens. Greatest thing in wrestling was getting Roman over and then getting over main event Jey Uso. What do you do with that? Jimmy's hurt. Jimmy's the bigger brother. Talked about it last week. Talked about it all the time. To nauseum, even. Jimmy getting them back together, we've seen that. What do they do from this? That's the question. Jimmy is just getting the short end of the stick. He always does, even though he has the bet, he has the fat ass on the other end of that stick. What's going on, Naomi? Okay, but I digress, man. Wrestling has finally piqued my interest again. And of course, it's always low after WrestleMania. But this time from WrestleMania into SummerSlam and to now, I did not get excited until about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. Right? But I'm so excited to see what they're going to do now with Survivor Series coming up and things of that nature. Kane and Taker, the greatest storyline than the Bloodline. I'm going to tell you why Kane and Undertaker is not the greatest storyline of all time, because it hasn't had anything it should have had. If Taker was going to retire, it should have been Kane. It should have been Kane. They may be two of the greatest characters of all time. I'll give you that. Undertaker may be the greatest character of all time. Okay. But greatest storyline of all time? Dude, it didn't even last that long. And it didn't even, to the point it was on and it was never, except for maybe one or two matches, the main event of things. You're tripping on that one. You might have seen Jimmy till possibly Survivor Series. I don't know. Whatever they do, let them do it. Let them fix it. The brothers Uso, Jimmy, most importantly, needs it. But guys, before I get up out of here, y'all already know what time it is. Listen, do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That's crazy. I'm just being honest with you. That's crazy. And don't forget to wake up tomorrow and make sure you always pay respect to the just really? You don't listen to the Mike Knoxxx show?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
I mean, what do you do? Smoke crack next?
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm just trying to let you understand the message that you keep missing. And never forget to know one thing that I am.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
And I love you, and I love all of you. But hey, when it comes to me putting my money on the line,
who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. We'll see y'all next week.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You